Hello everybody and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2022.
I'm John.
We've got brackets round 2 for you today. It's krelbel versus Mila84, game 2 between them, with one win on krelbel already, so Mila is fighting for survival here. Commentating for us, we have Star1468 and John the Branch, and commentating is Toffile. Say hello everybody.
Hi, yeah, sorry, I thought that was a throw to me, that pause. I'm John the Branch.
And to clarify, Profile is tracking. Hi everyone, welcome in. We've got ourselves krelbel and Mila. John and I are commentating, Ricky's our restreamer, and Tofile's our tracker, so give us all some follow.
Yeah, sorry about the pause. I was waiting for my audio to come up on the stream itself, and I thought my mic was broken, so I got very confused for a second there. So anyway,
and we don't have a stats page, so we had to read it out at least. Yeah, this is game 2. Remind us who won game 1 again?
krelbel
won game 1. All right, so he's looking to just move on to round 3, and Mila is fighting for her life right now.
Pretty much. We should be going in a little bit here. We'll talk about our mode today.
Today it is hard standard, just the bog standard, nothing special, nothing interesting. It's just the standard hard. You've played it on qualifiers, you've played it in groups, you've played it over and over and over the last 3 months.
To clarify for confusing wording, it is hard, it's open, not standard, and
sorry, hard open, you're right.
Tournament hard as well, which is slightly different from your regular hard item pool. No males, no half magic, 48 heart pieces and 8 heart and I think 4 heart containers. It's neither standard, it's not your regular hard item pool, and it's also not standard.
Yes, I apologize. It's tournament open. That is the correct. And the runners are about to start in a couple of seconds here. But yes, the differences are silvers are out in the wild separate. It's non-progressive bows. There are a lot fewer hearts in the pool, but a lot more heart pieces. And there are a few items that are in the standard junk pool that are just gone. They're not available. Both runners do an uncle start. I wonder. Okay, yeah, they want to fish for their bombs. They want to fish for everything they can.
Speaking of heart containers, they both found one of the regular 4. There's 4 regular plus the Sang heart in the pool. One of the regular ones was in Link's house. There's some bombs off the tree pull. We've got ourselves a wolf sprite of some type on krelbel's side, as well as the Hollow Knight MSU. Mila has not clean audio, not sure what she's using. That guy's sprite and a palette shuffle to boot too. Uncle giving us a little bit of pocket change, I guess. Maybe our final allowance?
You know, we're not a rich family, but he's still as generous as he can be.
Yeah.
All right.
2 heart containers already.
krelbel decides to do 1 dig at the guard pool. Yep. Okay. We're just getting a little bit of magic, and we're going to sink. Hammer time.
Looks like we're blind. Yeah, hammer in the sanctuary is a good find. We also may have goofed Middle's pronouns earlier. It's he, him. So far, yeah, Mila's MSU palette sprite, has palette swap has not been too bad. Some of these can get kind of horrendous on the eyes, but as the moment, I rather like the shade of purple that's going over here on his side.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's a very tasteful palette shuffle. Oh, getting more bombs on krelbel's side. Just does not want to run out, I suppose.
Same for Mila, who's getting some money off the bush crab. And the same for krelbel. They're basically doing the exact same route right now.
You don't want to be caught a popper when it comes to the bottle vendor. Don't want to be embarrassed in front of that guy. And nothing in the lumberjack cave, so we get to just skip that.
Yeah, bottle vendor can be a bit annoying if you're not lucky enough to get some money in CAC. I had a race recently where someone just never got blue mail from the bottle vendor. Ask where it was after the race, and the others were like, you didn't get it? Because it is quite forgettable if you don't get it early, as we find the fire rod in the Lost Woods.
Yep, you're never skipping that.
Oh,
Ooh, that is some hard fog to peek through, though. That's an interesting effect of the palette swap.
it is. Milla is not even going to bother picking up the red meringue. Krelbel does
Oh,
get
well,
it.
krelbel does pick it up. He's okay flipping through that quick swap extra slot if it means, I suppose, going through the GT left side a little faster at the end of the seat if he has to. Or perhaps he's
Little
thinking about a
things.
splash delete later.
Possible. We've got a very purple light world here on Milla's side. I don't mind this all that much. I've seen some neon green overworlds in the past that are not easy on the eyes, and this one just seems to be darker and more purple than the usuals at the moment. That is
It's
correct.
the
Also,
grape soda seed.
oh, there's silver
Silvers.
and the moon pearl. Not much else there.
Right, farming the rest of our 100. Mila's just going to do it in here. She's not going to pick it up in the well later. And she might farm a little bit extra. Sometimes you want that little extra Kiki money for later. Dig game, maybe you farm up to Zora money if you pick up a 300.
It's he, him, by the way, just as a note.
Oh, I keep saying I am sorry.
It's okay. Confusing usernames happens to us
Yes.
all. Anyhow, we've got a glove in the well. While now that that's sorted, for Milla.
I have never talked to Mila before, so I've never heard his voice on comms, or I've only seen the username.
It helps that the race time pronouns. You do see it on the side of Milla's name.
It's right there in front of me. You are correct.
I'll just note. Anyhow, not a whole lot of note besides the glove in the well. The bottle vendor giving us negative 80% return. Thanks. $800, get 20 back. I do not like that deal. No, thank you.
We got suckered into Ponzi scheme. The Feds got a tiny bit back for us.
And just a heart piece out of the chicken hut. They do, in fact, have Dark World access, actually, with that. Don't usually say that too often here 5 minutes in, but they do with that glove, hammer, and moon pearl already.
Yeah, now, do we see the runners even go down to Maze Game and Library, or do they just go right back up to that CAC portal? Decisions. Well, Mila, he goes south, and he's going to at least go and check. I wonder if he's going to go South Shore, or if he's going to go into the Dark World here.
We'll see.
Krelbel
They're
also
both
goes
going to head south here. Nothing on the library. And Milla's just gonna blind do race game. Okay.
I approve.
There are 4 bottles placed, so you will only find one, and it will be empty.
Ooh, and Mila makes the right call. Now he is definitely going into the light world, because he's just going to double back, go activate that flute, and yeah, we're going to just go in the hammer back way into that CAC portal.
Yep, very convenient.
Well, actually, maybe not. Since we got the activated flute, we could just fly anywhere. Both runners might decide just to go somewhere else.
That's also possible. Might maybe want a mirror before heading Dark World for extra convenience. We'll see. As far as why Milla's game is looking a little bit purple, that's because palette shuffle is on his side. It is a feature of the randomizer that you can shuffle the palettes. I don't think I can pick which colors you get. This one so far has been pretty nice, if a little bit purple. We'll just see how it goes over time, because he can get a little bit rough on the eyes.
All right, and on the right side, we got a map check. On the left, on the right side, the duck is amuck, goose is loose. Fill in all of your, I don't know what's the term, your little sayings for when you free that. Yeah, Mallard is empowered, and Krelbel right behind him.
Yeah.
Mila is going in that CAC portal.
We also saw on Krelbel's side, we've got a red crystal desert and a green pendant hera today. And that will be a save quit. Okay.
Oh, where is krelbel going with this?
Interesting choice to save quit and not just use his immediately newly activated flute. Red pendant,
Yeah, where?
red crystal ice, pendants, thieves, and swamp.
No, he's going back of escape. It makes sense to do that save and quit if that's where he really wants to go. He's drawn like a magnet. It's one of the densest plays in the game. I think it might be the densest play to go, and it affects all the routing everywhere else you go in the rest of the game. I actually support going there. I just wouldn't have thought to. You activate that flute and you say, "Hey, CAC portal right here. I can go into Village of Outcasts and front for Thieves." Now we know that Thieves Town is a pendant, so that's unfortunate. It means we're only going to do the front four unless we. I don't know. It's always a tough call to make, especially without the mirror.
The only thing in back of escape was the bloomerang and the map. Also the map and heart piece, I guess. So we know the small key and 3 items will be in the front and dark cross.
Mila's dipping. Let's see how far he goes. If he just does front four or if he keeps on digging.
We'll see. Krelbel's off to Hype Cave here now. Pushing the density. He's doing his map check. Right now, I would probably not do Hera. You've got a thing to do that is a pendant. Well, okay, Skullwoods is a better question. If you get a sword, perhaps. I'm not sure how comfortable these runners are on low percent Moth.
Yeah, without the red cane and without a sword, it's really annoying and frustrating to dip that Skullwoods if you might have to come back later. It is, let's see, I'm trying to read the tracker. It is a crystal, so you really don't want to dip it if you're pretty sure you're going to have to come back later.
Type Cave more like Tripe Cave. Front of these had a load or nothing. Looks like Milla's going to continue.
And krelbel's going to strike west, it looks like. We don't have mirror, so he can't check K45. He's just going to talk to Stumpy and do the dig game.
Looks like it. Milla's actually death walking now. I am blind. There we go.
Yep, we're not checking the back. I did not get a count on how many item checks we got, but there was nothing in Thieves Town so far.
I know we saw the compass. We had to see the pets. Have seen the big key as we get the Burna in C-shaped house.
Something that would have maybe made you go further into Thieves Town. And is that okay? I thought he might have been going back, but no, he's just finishing off Village of Outcasts here, going into Bombable Shack. krelbel, meanwhile, doesn't have quite enough money for dig game. Gonna farm it up with the arrow game. That's how you know he's a cross keys player. He just goes straight for that money farm.
Question in chat about whether or not Spike Cave is open. It is. We have Logical Man X's with a flute, and they do have hammer and glove to get through it. No lamp to get up to the mountain by way of the glove, as a side note. That's what flute's there for. It's in logic. It's just that's something they really want to do right now, to be honest. The entire mountain's kind of slow, kind of out of the way. There's not a lot available. It's the old man inside Spectacle Rock. You can peek the item on Spectacle Rock, and you can do Hype Cave.
krelbel farming all the way up here.
Looks like it. Taking Pod and Zora, maybe even at this rate. Really going for it.
Maybe he was adding up dig game plus Zora. I don't know what the extra money's for. Maybe he's hoping to just pick up a 300 somewhere. Yeah, not Zora. Kiki plus dig game.
Yep. Now, Zora is open. Just annoying to get the money for it now. Well, he's gonna also just get some more money here off the dig game.
Wow, very generous dig game. Look at all those 20s and 5s popping out.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Also, just that this kid's dig game is taking forever. There we are.
Hey, there's the money.
Convenient.
Now krelbel regrets about 1 or 2 of those arrow games. And I think, where's he going? Is he forgetting he's got a flute? Or
Front of Escape.
Oh, he's going to do Front of Escape, yeah.
There are 3 items here. It's not the worst play, actually.
He's got 3 items there, and oh gosh, what else? what's he skipping doing this? Or what's he putting off? He's putting off going South Shore, and he's putting
Eastern
off going
area.
into all sorts of dungeons. Yeah, we could do Eastern and Pod right now. Both are fully accessible to these runners. Don't think either of them can't do all of those dark rooms on 5-6 hearts green mail.
Yeah,
Not having a sword make it kind of tough, but I think these two got it.
We were talking about swords earlier. There's one.
Speaking swords. So for krelbel's sake, he checks that ledge before he goes into Pod the first time, but he's a good chance he's just gonna flute to 5 when he goes in.
And a good chance of it. Looks like Milla is tracking up to Catfish now. Doing some really out of the way checks here at the moment, while krelbel chases density. Perhaps not wanting to orphan this, but this is a really long detour for one item for Milla.
Yep. Gotta really hope it's something to justify that slow walk.
Yeah.
No gloves, no boots.
No mirror to wrap this with Zora. No flippers either, for that matter.
Have we seen our stun prize yet?
Haven't been paying attention, I'll be honest.
I think we're about to. Well, no, I don't think krelbel's gonna kill the green guard because he's gonna want a death warp off the green guard.
Yeah. Catfish giving us 20 bucks. Not helpful game.
Not at all, and saves and quits is not going. Yeah, it is faster to flute to 5 if you save and quit from Catfish than it is
I
to
also
walk
need
all
a
the way
bit of
back
money,
from Catfish.
which is a point from chat. Only has 84 rupees right now.
Yeah, a little short.
Gonna do Ice Rod Cave first here as krelbel takes that Death Warp. He made good use of that Fire Rod he found to take down the guard with the big key.
Okay. He's gonna do Dark Cross. There's an item there. He's gonna chase it.
Nice convenient bomb drop from Milla as he bombs that wall open. And Ice Rod Cave is more money.
Just some pocket change, but hey, that gets us a little bit closer to that Kiki money.
Yes, it does. Only 6 short now.
Now is Mila fluting to 8, and yep. Is he gonna check Hobo, or is he just going straight to... Well, yeah, we have Flipper, so we can do... Oh, not doing a fake Flipper. Thought we were gonna do a splash
really...
delete. Or not splash delete, fake Flipper.
We have Flippers now, I think. They're on krelbel's side, unless I'm blind. Saw something
yeah.
on his end. Yep,
krelbel does
okay,
have
I'm not
Flippers.
blind. Speaking of the things, there they are.
Oh! We forgot that
Dark
we haven't
Cross.
done Mini Moldorm Cave on Mila's side. That's what we're forgetting.
Yeah, taking a slightly longer walk there instead of doing dam into Mini Moldorm, which is what I might have done. krelbel's doing that here now. So we'll see what these items are. Heart piece, arrows, 20 bucks, heart piece, and bombs. Wow.
Well, good call on both runners' parts to do this way later. Nothing in there.
Nothing at all.
And so far, dam is empty unless there's something out there soaking.
Yeah, we'll find out in a moment. Milla's heading there as well. And the verdict is, well, that would have been nice if
magic.
it were standard item full, but no, that's...
One of the
Half
things
magic.
removed in Tournament Open is that half magic. It's just that little small decanter.
Yep.
Now, I expect when krelbel comes out of Mini Moldorm Cave, well, he doesn't have a flute, so he's going to have a little bit of a fun time clearing these Mini Moldorms with just a hammer. But I expect him to flute to Ice Rod Cave and then flute right back to the 8th spot and swim on over to either Hobo or swim straight into the Fairy Cave and go to Zora since he farmed up all that money.
A minor note that it's that krelbel didn't have a sword from many Moldorms. The flute does nothing against them no matter whether or not he has it. You said the flute, without the flute, he's going to have to hammer the mini Moldorms. The flute's irrelevant to this. Words are hard.
Well,
It's
you
kinda
know,
a tedious affair for Milla.
sometimes you got to take that flute and conk them over their little Mini Moldorm heads.
Ooh,
And
that's a
another
good sign.
sword. Yeah. Mila sniffing out 2 swords early on here that are not necessarily the fastest ones that you would necessarily find.
Yep.
Necessarily. Here's our back of escape for Mila. Not going to find anything over here himself.
Nope. Definitely does do something, well, musical instruments in general do things against some enemies in some games. I do remember particularly the Dig Doggers, where require the recorder to be, in order to be damaged in Zelda 1, but, I don't believe that's the case for ALttPR.
I think the only interaction that the ocarina has with enemies in ALttPR is some of them it gets their attention. It'll pull aggro from guards. Is it just guards? There might be other enemies it pulls aggro from.
Maybe. Okay, Krelbel is not going to miss the Lake Island, which is good. That's... Oh, the boot!
That's a good thing to have eyes on.
Really good early info. We know the library is dead. We know that Lumberjack is dead, but we don't know about Bonk Rocks. We don't know about King's Tomb. We don't know about the GT Torch or the Desert Torch. So that's good to know.
Lots of places left to put our eyes on. And
Indeed.
hey, we're checking different things here. This is nice. Okay, a bottle in Saha's closet. That's our first and only bottle. We're maxed out at 1 if I remember this correctly, right?
You are correct.
And interesting, Mila is still not going into Eastern Palace, even though we can fully clear that. I guess he's going to want to just tie that in with Pod later.
Can't fully clear that without the bow. Remember, bow silvers are separate
Oh
items.
yeah. I'm looking at the silvers on the tracker, and my brain says they have the bow. We don't actually have a bow. You're right.
You're good. A lot to remember with this mode. Wonderful Fairy, Heart Piece, and Bombs. Well, let's go take a look at the mountain here.
Should be looking at the players' trackers where there's that really strong outline of the bow that they don't have.
Yeah, no, once they get a bow, it'll show up as bow and arrows on the tracker. Nothing on the Zora Ledge. We found some major items and a lot of junk. Decent amount of hard as expected.
Chat making an excellent point that I bet those silver items make just a fine melee item. I think you could probably, just kind of jab those red Igors directly. No bow necessary.
Zora, as usual, making me a ginormous scam. Even worse than the bottle vendor. They both gave $20, but Zora's got a way worse deal, giving us negative 96% return. Yeah, as a tax accountant, I am appalled by this.
If the bottle vendor was Bernie Madoff, the Zora is selling NFTs.
Indeed. I am actually a corporate tax accountant IRL. As we see Bombus on the Spectacle Rock.
Yep, and without a mirror, we gotta sit there and hope that we don't need access to that later. Hope that that's not our TR or our Meyer access.
Nothing in Spectacle Rock, and Krelbel's gonna take the CAC portal now.
Here's our front of escape for Mila now. Yeah, it feels really bad to not want to... You're right, without that bow, you really don't want to try to dip Pod and Eastern. Although the more time we've seen out of it, because we've seen both of these runners exhaust most of the checks besides those... it's looking more and more like something's in one of those 2 dungeons. Where else can we get to? We can't get into Meyer.
Woods is a lousy but exists option.
Yeah, there's the rest of... We can do all of Thieves Town. That's still an option. There's 2 items left in there that we haven't seen.
There is both items out of Skullwoods, 2 items out of Thieves. At minimum 2 items in Eastern. No, minimum 1 in Logic. We might need a lamp for the second.
Yeah, we don't care about logic. These two, they're fine without logic.
Just slightly noting, yeah, we can't really get much of anywhere else. We're locked out of the mountain by hookshot or mirror. No myths to speak of. We can't get into swamp without a mirror either. Not that they want to do that in swamp. Without a hookshot.
No ice palace without those gold gloves.
Kind of. Yeah, I can't do that either. My Spike Cave does exist.
And is it in logic? With that bottle, it's in logic. So yeah, Mila's Spike Cave is in logic.
That bird doesn't logic without a bottle. I thought it's the cave that requires more magic. They might be having.
Oh, it might be, yeah. Especially when we're up to 8 hearts at this point. 8 hearts, Berna might be in logic on its own.
I don't know if hearts count for
Oh, they might not.
Logic. I know it's bottles and half magic, but half magic doesn't exist.
Right.
So it's bottles.
Yeah, it would just be bottles. I wonder if you do need 1 bottle or if 0 is enough with Berna.
Okay, chat confirms it's Blue Cane doesn't need bottle, it's Keep that needs a magic extension. Yep. And let's see if krelbel continues. I think he might, because he's running out of checks a lot faster than Mila was earlier, but yeah, we're going to continue anyway.
Now, we are getting kind of low on check. No, we're not. No, we're...
we kind of are.
Yeah, I still think Eastern Pod is gonna be where they find it. And I mean, yeah, there's 4 checks between Thieves and Skullwoods, and Skullwoods often does have progression. It's a pretty common one. And I mean, Mila's got the sword, so he can go and do it. He might as well.
Yeah, Master Sword, 8 hearts, Fire Rod, and a bottle. Not the greatest setup. Could be worse. With this mode. We'll see where Mila flutes to, or doesn't flute to. Good enough walk. Going to take those flippers to the water checks now. It looks like makes sense. Both of these runners really don't want to do dungeons.
And Mila gets that look at the boots, and he's gonna go check on Hobo. Gosh, Ken, there is I think there is a way to fake flipper onto Lake Hylia Island. It's a setup involving a hole that you do something screwy with in Skullwoods, but I don't remember the details of it. You do still need the mirror to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a cave exit. That's what it is. There's a cave exit that you do the slope off of, and then you can water walk by dropping off of the dock. Thanks, Tough Life.
Okay, yeah, Tough, I was saying, you don't need a cave exit, just dash over the side of it, thanks.
Alright, now, krelbel, getting some checks in that we haven't seen. Nothing special upstairs, but hey, we're getting the rest of the dungeon in, so maybe something exciting sits in the Maiden's chest. Also, a good possibility that a small key sits in the Maiden's chest. And there it is.
Yeah, there it is. And, red goo on the waterfall is useful for Mila, who does not have Zora money at the moment, unfortunately. Having not done digging for that money, I believe, if memory serves, which is where krelbel got his. That waterfall red potion might be useful for Skullwoods, because Mila is going in that general direction now, as we get the map off the Thieves Town Big Chest. So our final item, I think, is on Blind today.
Yep, we've got 1 item left, unless the compass. Unless I'm mistaken, but I believe they got the compass already. Yeah, that was in the front. Meanwhile, Mila also coming in this portal, probably gonna go into Skullwoods. Actually, let's see which direction he heads.
north.
Yep. Not going back into Thieves Town for those last 2 checks.
Goldwoods
Krelbel
is
gets
a
near death.
terrible crystal now for Mila, so this makes sense.
Krelbel near death takes the safety. Oh, this is rough. Pause buffering. Oof.
Ooh.
Now does he go back in?
That's a tough question at this point. And besides, nope.
Nope. Fails out. Gonna wonder what that last check is for the rest of the seed. And so are we.
Yep. Going to take a look at Bumper Ledge here as Milla heads straight for the back. When you have Fire Rod and a Sword, this makes sense. If you both items are in the back, you can just skip the entirety of the front. Krelbel not having the sword is going to be the front.
Yep. And he's gonna have to double dip this dungeon unless one of our other swords is in here.
Yep. There are 4 swords placed, but once you find 3, the 4th becomes Queen 20. And now there's 1 item, 10 arrows.
Yep. So we know that Mila will be coming back this way as he clears. Mila really trying to conserve that magic for both the fight with Moth and the well, yeah, just the fight with Moth. Really wants as many of those fire rod shots with that Master Sword. I do not remember what was in the bottle.
I think it should have. I think it was a B, maybe. Oh no, Mela got a red potion. Never mind. Right, threw it in the ferry. That's what I'm scared of raining. I even commented on how that was a convenient red potion bottle for Moth. Whoops. So it won't help with the magic, but we'll at least get Mila a health refill, which might be necessary, taking quite a bit of damage here. Remembering, thank you. There we are.
And the Moth has the big key.
Alright, so the item is either in the big key chest here or the big chest, the second item, because I'm pretty sure we did see under the bridge from Mila.
Krelbel having a great Benny Hill time with the Gibdos in here.
Besides this dungeon with the red ring. And
There, now we know why he picked up the red boomerang in the Thieves' Hideout.
Oh, and apparently Mila did do under the bridge, which is why I am a scatter. And that's the map. Okay, so it's under bridge chest or big chest or where that second item is, and big chest. Mila's just gonna walk out. Pretty slow death. We're up on 9 hearts, so I guess I'll just walk out here. And this
Alright.
is Krelbel heading for Eastern area now. Hasn't done Saha yet, so we'll get those checks too.
Yep, looks like he's doing Saha before Eastern, which makes all the sense of the world. You don't want to leave a bow in Saha's closet and then dip Eastern first.
And then realize, oops, I guess I've got to go back. And Bowless Eastern is more appealing than Bowless Pod as well.
Especially without that, hey, bottle for potion camera unlock, which now he can do if he decides to. Oh, in fact, he's going to flute somewhere and pick it. Or is it quicker to go into Eastern from here anyway? Or is he going to fill up that bottle and go into Pod instead? What's he doing?
Neither of those things, apparently.
No, he's talking to Sick Kid.
Oh yeah, he hasn't done that yet, I guess, which was nothing. Yeah, I thought Mel had checked that earlier.
Alright, Krelbel giving us insight into his plan. probably going back to 5. Let's see if he's going to Eastern first or Pod first. I could see him doing Pod with that green goo now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yep.
Now, if your name is krelbel right now, you're super hoping that there's both a bow and a mirror in Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Krelbel still hasn't checked Aegina's cave either. He's got that flute to zoom around on, but without a book or gold gloves and mirror, it's a lot less tempting since the Desert Palace is a red crystal, and you'd love to tie him in that Aegina check-in with Desert Palace.
Yeah, Desert or at least Meyer at this point. Just generally being in the area. As a side note to that effect, Krelbel has also not checked Pyramid Ledge, which is the location of the other sword he would really rather like right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is Podbow locked? As we find, Skullwoods was a bust. From there, just the hurt piece off the big chest, and that's a shovel!
Oh no.
Don't tell us that's our logical dex progression.
I sure hope not. It's a long time before we get around to checking that, especially because both runners, both runners have checked Stumpy, so
They
you
have.
don't want to go back there. I guess there's
No,
cave
those-
45 if we find mirror if we find mirror before we go check it.
I was about to say regarding the mirror that Stumpy having been done or not doesn't matter much without the mirror because they're otherwise distinct checks that are both out of the way. Krelbel has not done digging, which there is that for what it's worth. You know, he did digging.
you're right.
Milla's going there now. That's what
You're
it was.
right. Mila did Stumpy, but did not do dig game, and here he goes. But now it's and like you said, it's logically disconnected until they have mirror anyway.
Yeah. There's really Stumpy is a severely one-off check like Spike Cave. Basically, at this point, it's one thing out in the middle of nowhere that's just not fun.
Krelbel does his potion camera unlock there. There's a nice little glitch where if you use any kind of certain items, especially potions, are the easiest way to do it. While you're traveling left and you go north through the next door, the camera is unlocked, and then you can just grab a wall and manipulate the mimics to where they are no longer on the screen. And since that's how the game checks whether or not you cleared the room, the game thinks the room is clear and unlocks the door for you.
Yep.
And
interesting news, Milla's off to Eastern. Krelbel has found the heart container and a small key on the right side of the pod. So the big key chest is guaranteed a key, as is the Stalfos basement. Krelbel thinks about the key placement, remembers that's a key on the big key chest, and does not waste his time there, because that is trading a key for a key. Welcome in, by the way, traced by a rating with a party of 9. We've got ourselves here in A Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup brackets round 2 match between Krelbel and Milla84. Krelbel took game 1. We are running out of stuff to do.
Both these runners so good. Everyone that's made it this far into brackets pretty much so good at this game. You forget that it's Challenge Cup.
Indeed. We are currently looking at Out of Logic Pod, Pendant. This is a crystal. We're looking at more in Logic Eastern. We've also got Spike Cave. We've got the shovel.
Not many spots left. If we didn't have Dark World access, I'd be saying let's check the Aga climb, but no, our progression's got to be in one of these checks.
Yeah, Spike Cave, Shovel, Blind, and Eastern are about the only things right now.
No, Krelbel's so confident, he doesn't even light one of the torches in this room. He just blind runs it.
Yeah, Eastern's kinda in Logic. We don't have a bow, we don't have a lamp. There's a small key. Not too surprised in the U room. Yeah, pod is bow locked. There was a shovel in the first chest.
Ooh, Mila recognizing that he screwed up the spawns on the Stalfoses and prepares for it.
Oh, that's a pair of
and
mitts in Eastern.
Yep, gets his gold glove. Krelbel knows he's got an item or a check in Harmless Hellway.
And her. Looks like the big key's vanilla for Mila.
Yep, he's gonna do a hammer yump into the left side. Or into this side. He's got that big key, might as well. And then he can start counting down dungeon items since he does not have the compass or the map. Well, okay. Nope, now he's got to check everything on the left side here.
As far as where they can go next, they can do Meyer's Shed now with the mitts. The mitts get them absolutely nowhere on Death Mountain because we still don't have a mirror or a hookshot. Caneless hookshot less ice is looking like the greatest next play.
Boy, I don't like it. I'll go into Meyer and brave the dark rooms before I go into that slow ice palace.
They also have no way into Meyer, as a second note. We know where the boots are.
Yeah, we don't have
Lake
hookshot
Island.
or boots. You're right. We don't have hookshot or boots. We can't get into Meyer yet.
Yeah, we literally physically cannot get in.
And no medallions either. Yeah, we can check Meyer Shed. That's what we can do.
We don't have a mirror for checkerboard either. We do know where Babus is, but that's also mirror locked. No desert access without said mirrors. It's great. Yeah, boots on the
and speaking of Meyer Shed, here we go.
Alright, we did see Agina. It is one of the two swords that Krelbel is currently missing, the other being Pyramid Ledge. Krelbel's off to check that shovel now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't have the gold gloves yet, so he can't go check Meyer Shed. And Bombos is our Meyer access, so we definitely need that mirror, and we're going to have to swim over to Lake Hylia Island to complete this seed out.
Yeah. No, not Lake Hylia. That's Bombos is on the Spectral Rock.
Oh, yep, you're right. Lake Hylia Island had, what did Hylia Island... That had
speaking of the mirror.
Oh, speaking of! Alright, Krelbel. When do you go into Eastern now? He's gonna put it off so bad now, because he's gonna want to wait until he's got the mirror. Or, not the mirror. That's what he just picked up. The bow. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. So they each found one of the items they really need. As we've noted, the mirror locks the lot. Would lock more. It would be more helpful if he had the bits. Miller would like them. And the same
Krelbel's
goes
going into swamp.
Oh, this makes sense for the density.
It makes sense, but it feels so bad. Oh, is he? No, he's going somewhere else. Where is he?
This is finally Pyramid Ledge for him. That'll be good. At least he'll get a sword out of it.
This might be Pyramid Ledge.
Oh, K45.
No. Yeah, K45. Then maybe.
I really do hope he gets
slow to get to Pyramid Ledge from here. I don't think it's
is. Miller's gonna get a bomb refill, alright? Or bomb upgrade.
Also, how bad does that dig spot mirror feel? That's one of the worst places to put it. I'm gonna have to remember that for the next time a Plando tournament happens.
Yeah, and this isn't inverted. It's just a kind of mean open tournament hard seat here. We've got mirror on dig spot behind a shovel in the first check of pod. First check of bowless pod, and then mitts in the front of bowless Eastern. Yay!
Do you think Krelbel was counting his heart pieces and knew he was going to get a refill off of picking that heart piece up?
Maybe. Would have been smart if he had. I actually don't know.
Well, we said it's going to be really slow to walk to Pyramid Ledge, but he's doing the walk.
He really doesn't want to go. He's not doing a swamp, at least. There is that.
No, not Pyramid Ledge. Well, he might still, but yeah, he's getting the boots, of course. That's a very important thing. We're not looking at his tracker right now, so we don't have that big flashing neon sign reminding us go straight to Lake Hylia Island. Now let's see if he's gonna. Oh no, he's gonna flute away, so he's not gonna find that sword yet.
Oh yeah. Tempered Sword in Ice Palace in the meantime. The sword differential is getting a little bit ludicrous at this rate. Krelbel is now is still at 0 swords, while Milla's at 3, which is the maximum he'll get today. There are 4 swords placed, but once you find 3, the 4th becomes a green 20. But they might find different 3 swords. It is possible if, say, there's one in Swamp or something.
Mila's showing off how spoiled we all are by Icebreaker. Messes up the Stalfos room, has to use 2 bombs, does it a little slowly. Let's see how many tries it takes him to get the IPBJ.
Indeed, which is why he got a bomb upgrade, just so he had extra, which is a pretty smart play. Very nice. Krelbel going to get a heart piece and bomb boost. He will be able to go into Meyer once he gets his mitts. The issue is getting his mitts. Can do more of Death Mountain as well. Has all of Paradox and Spiral Cave to do.
Yeah, I don't think Krelbel knows how to hover, so he can't get all of Hookshot Cave. He's just going to get that one first check.
He can't get into Hookshot Cave.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We can't get into the Dark Portal, so yeah, never mind. I'm...
Otherwise, I would have mentioned Super Bunny as among the list of things to do. Krelbel did get the one-shot Pengator room, which is very nice, as chat notes. 10 arrows there. That's item number 2, I think. Or might have been item number 3. I have not been counting. Well, it might be as he drops down. Either counting items or counting logic. I am very, very bad at Ice Palace key logic.
Alright, are you ready for Pendant Hera? Krelbel's second full clear of a pendant dungeon.
At least it's a green pendant this time. But yes, for those who missed it earlier, Krelbel went through Thieves Town, found himself on Burna, I think 7 heart or something like that, blind basically, and took a death there and decided to not go back, which I don't blame him for. Big key and ooh, there's the bow. That's good.
Ooh, that's worth just yeah. Are you just mirroring out? I don't blame you, Krelbel. Oh no, he's gonna climb up. He's got the big key, so he's gonna do the slow climb and finish clearing out. It's 3 checks. I wouldn't have blamed him for just fluting to 5 and finishing pod and doing all of Eastern. Then he's gonna get his gold glove.
I mean, I guess he's considering that this is the green pendant. If he gets it, which isn't too long, he can turn it immediately.
Yeah, he can just mirror on over on his way back into pod. Yeah.
Welcome in, average freshman gamer running with a party of 4. We've got an increasingly interesting open heart seed here between Krelbel and Milla 84 in round 2 of the brackets round of the Challenge Cup. It's going. Krelbel is missing a pair of mitts out of Eastern. Milla is missing a mirror out of a shovel out of the first check of pod to go get the mirror off the flute spot to come up here to Hera to get the bow that Krelbel just picked up to go get a lot of different things.
And Krelbel is down 3 swords, one from Agina's cave, one from which once he gets those mitts, he's more likely to pick up after he clears through, because now he's gonna be able to get into Meyer, and he's gonna be able to clear Meyer if he wants to. He's gonna have gosh, where are the other 2 swords? One was on the Pyramid Ledge
and Ice Palace.
And Ice Palace.
Honestly, I also thought Krelbel would have gotten sort of Pyramid, either when going for pod or when going from.
I kind of expected him to go all the way to Catfish.
Like
there's items
because he was avoiding dungeons so hard there. For a
there's
good
secret
while.
item 2. Real item 2 is in the basement. Let's see if he goes for that too.
Milla accidentally skipped an item in the Ice Palace big chest and is going to take the risk of backtrack for it. Okay. Interesting. That is not the fastest of hikes to get back, but it's a choice. Does not want to warp from this check.
Oh, did he drop down without doing the bomb in the floor?
Yeah. Might have actually been that. I was scatterbrained a bit.
Yeah, we were all a little focused on Krelbel's side there.
It's the right to left bomb jump, right? Thank you.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yeah, providing some extra sets of eyes to catch what we missed. Much appreciated. Yeah, Krelbel is down 3 swords on Milla. Might be one of the bigger matters at some point here. 48 minutes in. Milla will eventually get over to shovel and mirror and the bow sometime. Can get up to Hera without the mirror actually, which might be helpful since he
Starfall
does
Bo was in the big key chest or I think it's the big key chest, the first floor chest in Hera.
I think that might be those. I think that's actually the map chest, because in vanilla, it's the first 2 checks are a map and the small key.
Okay, then yes, then it would have to be the map chest.
And actually, no, never mind. Milla can't get over to Hera without a mirror because there's the hookshot hasn't shown up yet either. Whoops.
Krelbel having to take these jellyfish out with silvers. Still no sword.
It kind of feels bad a bit for him, because we as viewers know that there are 3 swords that have already been found, and he's not managed to get to any of them.
And he's doing Light Death Mountain now, which of course he doesn't know that he's got that glove sitting there in Eastern Palace, waiting for him to make these checks all so much faster to route in with the dark checks. And Milla actually, it looks like, still also had, I'm guessing, iced tea then. Since
Must have been big chest into iced tea.
Yeah, or did he skip the whole right side? Because I was not watching him at all. He might have skipped a couple checks on the right.
He might have, actually, yeah. I don't distinctly remember him going to the H room or U room. Good point.
Okay. Chat letting us know he didn't do hammer side. The right
we
side.
were very distracted by Hera. Whoopsies as we get Quake and Paradox.
Well, could be our TR access, but we're not going to be able to see on this trip up the mountain.
Nope. Alright, that's a safe go for Krelbel. Milla is waiting out the fire burn, going to head right.
Krelbel not climbing back up the mountain, going west and doing Spike Cave, interestingly enough.
Deciding he doesn't want to do that very out-of-the-way check.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Milla does not know how to line that bum jump up the easy way. Probably how he ended up falling in the pit the first time around.
Looks like it.
Alright, well, he makes it into the right side. Now having to use the Cane of Burna to make it across that spike floor.
Yeah, down to 2 hearts here. Needs to be a little cautious.
Mm-hmm.
And Krelbel is back to pod. Fair enough. This makes sense.
Yep, and hopefully he remembers to turn in that green pennant along the way here. Yep, he's quick swapping over to mirror. Oh. Stun items first.
Alright, icebreaker chest. Is this anything? Heartbeats. And that's the last item. So that's that, and that's Aetheros. Alrighty.
Hey.
That's an item.
Alright, well, we know we can get into TR now as soon as Krelbel gets that gold glove. And, well, we
can get in the door, but we can't do anything in it yet.
we can't ride the roller coasters. We're not tall enough yet.
No. Krelbel did not get Kiki?
He's been inside already. Alright,
thanks. Where do you want Kane to be? Ped could be the Kane. Bulgrooks would be a special kind of, or Kingstoon would both be pretty bad. I mean, there's a variety of spots. We are still missing for Go mode. We need a. I don't know if either of these guys know how to hover, but we probably need a hook shot. We definitely need the ice rod, and we.
Oh, we're forgetting that Milla hasn't picked up that mirror yet because he hadn't been into a pod, but he's going to get that now.
He is going to get this shovel now.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got to get that, and then he's got to come back. Oh, it's so bad.
It really is. It's really is. It's an atrociously bad spot. It's an atrociously bad chain. You need to go to
This would be a great co-op seed to get. Just fantastic co-op seed.
Because you need to go to Bola's Pod without a mirror to chain in Eastern, which has your mitts in there. You need to go to Bola's Pod without a mirror. Separately go to Eastern for your mitts. Get your shovel here, turn that in for your mirror. Take that in the mitts up the mountain for a bow and the whole just general efficiency. Hopefully be Hera. Ether is a thing too. We don't know if that's required. There's all kinds of messiness.
I need a flowchart, I'm sorry. And there's the mitts for krelbel.
I think they all kind of need a flowchart by now. They're trying to piece together the flowchart. Neither of them have quite gotten there. Well, krelbel's closer, because he did just get those mitts, and Milla's about to find that mirror, which is like, oh, great. Krelbel is also short 3 swords. Needs 2 of them guaranteed for go mode.
Yeah. And since they have silvers, I don't expect him to search too hard for that 3rd. He might finish the game on Master. I could see him never checking that pyramid ledge as the checks open up to him as he gets progression. Now that he's got those mitts, there are a lot of places he can go, and oof, that ledge is not very appetizing until he gets those 2 last crystals, which are going to be some time aways. Although he's going to be able to do Mire and Desert all at once, so that's going to be good for him.
Will he? Well, he'll be able to dip Mire and clear Desert at the same time, but we still don't have a cane now.
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't have the red cane to finish Mire off yet.
It is one of the 4 items we guaranteed need for go mode, those being the ice rod, the hookshot, and that cane. Hookshot, since at least one of these guys does not know how to hover.
Does krelbel know how to hover?
I have no idea. Krelbel can't even get into Mire, no. Well, he can't get into Mire area even without the mitts. He can now. He is the one who has boots and mitts and a flute now. Milla is going to get the bow here, and Milla does know where his boots are. They're on the lake island. Takes one look at that big key and says nope. We'll see if that either matters later. Gets the bow and gets it.
Does he climb the tower? He does not climb the tower.
He literally looked at the big key and said nope, so he does not feel like climbing. Oh, that's a point, thank you. I forgot you can't even get into Mire without a sword, because you need a sword to use the medallions. Thanks, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, no. That's going to keep him out of that area longer. Yeah, that's going to keep him away longer.
I honestly, of all the things, swords to use medallions is not exactly something you'd think about much.
Yeah, only if you're looking at your map tracker and it's showing red, and you're like, "Why can't I get in there?" And you walk over there thinking there's something wrong with my tracker, and then you find out no, there's nothing wrong with your tracker. There's something wrong with you.
All right, click on TR for TR, so Milla will not be hurt by skipping that Hero Big Key. That's good. Alright, gonna finish pod here. That's where the last sword is. Super bunny.
Yep.
Yikes.
Oh, right. Well, another place krelbel is going to take a while to get to since he cleared the rest of the east side there.
Yeah, swords being the last sword being the only removed item in the turny hard item pool that actually is replaced by a green 20. The others just gone, period. So that's how I know that's the 4th sword. Those sword placements are kind of dreadful.
What happens to the males that aren't in the pool?
I think they just get replaced by heart pieces, because they had to take out a bunch of stuff to make the heart pieces work.
Okay.
Yeah,
and obviously the half magic is that magic to cancer. That's small.
But yeah, like the bottles just get straight replaced, I believe. The other big one, that's notable. But yeah, those swords kind of suck. This hammer is good, but you do at some point eventually need to get 2 swords out of 4. Which 2? I don't know what Krelbel will get. Agina's likely. Ice Palace probably. Super Buddy's not the worst.
I could definitely see him checking Super Bunny up on his way up the mountain and then just mirroring back to open up TR.
Mm-hmm.
But I could also see him just skipping it because he's already got Master Sword.
And just hope his last sword's in GT or something, yeah. But it is
Master Silvers.
But it is minorly comical that Builder has found, quote-unquote, all 4 swords, and Krelbel still got 0 here at almost the hour mark. He'll get them eventually, we do know that. It's just interesting. It's been a full hour. It's kind of understandable with the item placements, though. Wonder what the Helmasaur will have for us.
Well, speaking of the hour, do we still do this? Is this still commentary culture? Thanks everybody for joining us here. This is a tournament open seed that's got a few twists on a 7-7 open. I'm John the Branch. Co-comming with me is your name, Star. What's that number? It's right there on the screen. 1468. And you have Ricky of Kokiri to thank for putting the restream together, organizing it at the last second here. Thanks to him for making this all work out. And a special thanks to your name's here somewhere. I know it's here. It's on the screen. Top Life for tracking.
There is no third F in that name. It's hard to read. It's Top Isle, Top Lay something. I don't actually know either. It
is Top Isle. You're right.
Reading is hard.
It's very difficult. It's a big screen, small text.
Okay, here's Boots for Milla now. This makes sense. And Krelbel, see where he goes off to now with his mitts. I was not born in 1468. Obviously, I picked that internet name when I was 10 for reasons I have long forgotten. It's just a name that I use at this point, because I have not gotten better at coming up with names since.
All right, Krelbel scouts his access to Meyer, maybe forgetting that he has access to Meyer as soon as he finds his first sword, which is not going to pop up here, unfortunately.
Not in Meyer shed, so it is just over there in Agina's.
Yeah, he's probably going to do Checkerboard Cave first, he's doing Checkerboard Cave first, and then he's going to come back and do Desert, and then he's going to do Agina on his way out, and he's going to have a sword, and let's see if he decides to go right back into Meyer or elsewhere. Maybe into Skull Woods first.
Mm-hmm. Kinless Meyer is always an interesting choice. You hope that Kin is in Meyer, or do you wait till it turns up? I mean, if you're here, it's not necessarily a bad play. Anyhow, here's finally sword number 1 an hour and 1 minute for Krelbel.
Finally getting his confirmation he did not roll a swordless seed. He's a little upset. Where are you going, Krelbel? It's faster to save and quit. We told you after the last commentary we did, it's faster to save and quit, and you're still walking out of here.
He's really a bit annoyed about the sword, I think.
Oh, he wants to go back into his portal here. No, this is quicker. If you've got a portal sitting right outside here, this is quicker to go back into Meyer this way.
That's true.
Oh, and he's going into... he checked this before Desert, too, so, yeah. We've still got a desert to clear.
But yeah, Krelbel's not thrilled about that. Finally finding his first sword in Agina. Tier 1, an hour and 1 minute into the seed. It's like, great,
It-
Gabe, thanks.
Gonna feel even better when he finds the one in Ice Palace isn't gonna feel super bad because lots of people are gonna put off Ice Palace without having Red Cane, and
The dungeon's gonna just be oof. If he ever finds it, that is, because it is pretty out of the way at this point for him. So he will be getting his first of 2 red crystals here. Currently, neither of them is an independent dungeon. This is not all dungeons yet, so the Ice Rod or the Cane could both be on the pedestal.
I mean, we didn't have to go into Thieves Town unless there's something on Ped, or we need both of those items off of both Blind and somewhere inside of, gosh, what was our 3rd pendant dungeon? We haven't even been in there yet. It's Swamp the Seed.
Yeah.
How nice would it be if we don't have to touch the swamp?
I'm glad Krelbel didn't go in there, because it was looking like he might have with how he was not finding his mitts. But thankfully he got his mitts and is currently doing progression. Milla also doing progression here in Pod. I think there's an item on Landmost. We did see both the map and compass early in the front. Map on the torch, compass on right side, so heart container in the big chest, so we'll see what Landmost has for us today.
We still need that hook shot, Ice Rod, Red Cane. Am I missing anything?
That's it.
Okay. Maybe a book along the way if the seed is still throwing extra curveballs at us.
Where can Lamp logically be? Plenty of places. I don't think anything particular's been Lamp locked
Yeah,
yet.
have we seen anything in a dark room? It could be pre-roller coaster room for all we know.
Yeah, it could be a bunch of places. I mean, technically our flippers were in Dark Cross, but we do have the Fire Rod to mitigate most of it. Fire Rod mostly nerfs any logic there. Headlamp, I mean, it could be. They wouldn't care if the lamp's on the bed, in all honesty, but the pet lamp... yeah, the lamp could be on ped. Double check what pendant dungeons are. The pendant dungeons are, but the lamp could be there. Looks like Krelbel is going to head for ice now, going to find his second sword here, and not much of anything else, honestly. What's good for Milla is that Milla won't lose as much time to not doing Icebreaker. We'll see how Krelbel routes this, because Milla went back in for right side in big chest.
Yeah, I expect to see Krelbel full clearing this. He's in a crystal dungeon, and he's hunting those last 2 items along the way. I expect to just see him full clear this dungeon. I'm kind of mildly surprised no, I guess it makes sense to not dip Meyer, because you really don't want to go back in there a second time if that Red Cane's not in there. Sword number 2. And we're kind of running low. The one place I am surprised he didn't go is he's got lots of hearts. He's got a bottle that he can spend some money and put some goo in, and he's got the flute. I'm kind of surprised he didn't finish off Skullwoods before coming in here, just off the off chance that Red Cane was in Skullwoods.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to finish Skullwoods anyway.
I was trying to remember where the 2 items were in Skullwoods, but he knows that one is either in the back or locked by the back, because he found some arrows in the front. I believe Moth had the big key for the other item. Had a moment of, wait, what was the item layout there again? But yeah. Ooh, Villa getting trolled by the hardhat beetles. That's what those are called, hey. Run pod. Not too big a time loss, but feels bad. Krelbel is having a bad time on his pals.
Yep, we're on. This is attempt number 3. Oof.
No. Vanilla hookshot or left side swamp hook would be atrocious. I mean, we'll have to see. Chat tells me watch them do things we've already seen. There we go. Fifth time's the charm? Fourth time? That was
5 or 6, I don't remember.
definitely took a few tries there, but krelbel does get it. So kind of a net
Still
zero
faster.
between... Yes, it is. Kind of a net zero between Milla dying to the Beatles and that, I guess. It's a fairly close race between the two, I think, all things considered.
Oh. Without tempered or hookshot, this Pengator room feels terrible. Krelbel maybe should have just eaten the time and done the bombos.
Maybe, yeah. No, it's still kind of close between the two.
This is the worst way to have to route Ice Palace, to have to go left here first.
Yeah. I think these two are still fairly close. As Milla's about to arrive on Helmstar, krelbel's still just clearing out ice, and then Eastern's gonna be quickish for Milla. And then they're both just looking for the same few items, and Milla does have that extra sword as well still, which is an advantage at the moment.
So krelbel was contemplating an IP or a bomb jump there, but just decided against it. I wonder if he's gonna fight the boss and then dip again. Nope, he's gonna finish clearing the dungeon first.
Was Ice hookshot locked? To be honest, I don't know and don't remember either. Or Turtle is trolling Milla here. This is one of the more difficult rooms in the game, even with a fire rod. If your torches went out like Milla's did, you have to relight them to get a good chance of seeing the things.
Oh, krelbel is gonna go for the boss. Okay. Gonna re-dip.
Okay.
Maybe hoping to pick up a key on Cold Stare here.
Possible.
Meanwhile, Milla on 4 hearts green mail. Gotta watch out for that tail. I don't think it does 4 hearts of damage, so it's not 1-hit KO right now. Oh, now we're to 1-hit KO.
Now it is.
I don't remember what's in that bottle. It's a blue goo. Oh, you got silvers. I believe in you, Milla. Okay.
There we go. Phew. Cold Stare is also fun with Master Sword here for krelbel.
Yep.
Okay, and that was a map on Milla. So that's crystal number 3 for Milla. And then we'll be getting her 4th in a little... his 4th. Great, wow.
See,
username.
I got you doing it.
Yes. Anyhow, that's his 4th. 3rd, and he will be getting his 4th here soon in Eastern as krelbel takes down Cold Stare.
And a map. Well, we already knew that.
Is Milla ahead? A little bit, I think, actually, because it's going to take krelbel a few minutes to clear out ice, and then Milla will be likely off the desert next, if I had to guess, and that will put him up to 5 crystals over krelbel's current 4.
And we don't know how much longer the tempered overmaster advantage is going to last. I would say Milla is at least a couple minutes ahead, unless there's some really, one of them does Smith Chain and the other doesn't, and that makes a big difference. I think that's what would change things here.
Smith Chain is actually a good thing to know that's something they can do. Krelbel actually is not going to go back into ice, as a side
Which
note.
we know... you know what? He might know that it's hookshot locked, and he might be gambling that Ice Rod just isn't in there behind hookshot.
That's true, actually. We do know that ice was not cane locked, from that's worth. Cane being cane locked can only happen with a small key on Cold Stare, and that's about all I can remember of that. Cold Stare today gave us a map. We're gonna actually see bumper legends here now. Did we ever see someone peek this?
I don't think we have.
And nope, just a herpes. But currently it is close. If Peds needed, krelbel is ahead, having Yes, at the moment it's close.
Graveyard Ledge, Bonk Rocks. We haven't seen these, and then we're also going to see King's Tomb.
These are new.
All right, Blinken, you're going to miss this fight on Mila's side. The fastest boss fight in the game.
Yep. Silvers obliterate the Armos Knights. That is 5 crystals now for four crystals now for Milla. We'll be getting his 5th here in a bit with Desert. Just going to probably do Checkerboard and head straight for Desert after that at this point. Having already done Mire Shed and Nagino. King's Doom, there it is!
Red King! We found it, finally.
Alright, that's probably off to Mire next then for krelbel.
It turns out our dearly departed deceased king had the red cane all along. He used it to walk with.
Chat saying that they do think that Lights was hookshot lock, thanks.
All right, that's something we're gonna have to remember to ask krelbel if you recognize.
Yeah, Myra's comfortable
Catfish
assuming
memory.
they are willing to do the Dark Rooms.
We know this catfish is nothing, but boy, I wonder how long it's been weighing on krelbel's mind here.
Probably a while.
Just
This is the
dangling out there
Hollow
on his
Knight.
phone.
Yeah, for a chatting question as to what MSU krelbel is using, that is the Hollow Knight MSU. So that actually, skipping Rest of Ice is keeping it. We were saying that Mill is a couple minutes ahead, but at the moment it's pretty close. Because I think our math included doing the Rest of Ice.
All right, and we're getting our first first trip into Mire. Let's see, krelbel's going to be on Master Sword, because where's our last sword? There's the one on the Pyramid Ledge? Yeah, he's never making it there. He's going to find hookshot elsewhere. I don't see him.
Might get there.
Yeah. Well,
He
he's
might
got the
make
2
Super
red
Bunny.
crystals, so he might.
Yeah, he might make it over to Pyramid Ledge. I could see him getting to Super Bunny at some point. He does have Dark Town to do. I think saying that Ice Rod can't be in TR is like a turn out there at times.
Ice Rod, yeah, it can still be anywhere in the game besides GT and on Trinex himself. There's a lot of space left for that Ice Rod to be.
Yeah, Hookshot also cannot be in GT if Ice Palace is Hookshot locked. It also cannot be in the back of Swamp. It cannot be on the pedestal. The Hookshot's also got a decent amount of spots. Slightly less high amount of spots left, but we are running a little bit low at this point. They've got the front of Swamp. We've got Mire. We've got TR. Smith Chain. Spike Cave. Some assorted other overworld, probably. I'm currently forgetting because there's always something. Pyramid Fairy. First check of Hookshot Cave, thank you for that reminder.
Oh, interesting. Mila doing spins instead of silvers. I wonder if that's just a backup because he got a little flustered and off script, so to speak.
Possible.
Gets his 3 bombs from the exploding sandworms.
But that is crystal number 5 now.
Yeah, he's definitely ahead of krelbel, unless he takes a long time to pick up that red cane behind krelbel, or, you know, we'll see. There's still an ice rod to find. It
In
definitely feels like
interesting
Mila's ahead.
news, let's see, watch where he's going right now. Yikes.
All right.
Going to have to do a double dip of Maya here, because we know where that cane is. It is not French vanilla. Not a bad play because you're here, but unfortunately this will not pay out, probably. Won't help him get to Kingston, at least. I don't think I've actually seen the item in the front here yet. Or any item, really.
Yeah, this double
I'm
dip
bugging
is
that
going to feel
Encompass
really
chest.
bad by the end of the seed.
Yeah, well, oh, Bugnet was Encompass chest, thanks, chat.
Even if we see the ice rod in here, it's still bad for Mila.
Yeah. I believe the big key is vanilla, so you're basically full clearing of the front of Mire anyway here.
And there's the big key. Now, are we... Okay, we do still have one item left to find.
We do. We found the Bugnet, we found the map, we found a few keys and the big key. So Milla's gonna backtrack to the big chest now.
Yep, knows he's going to have to walk around for the front anyway, so he's taking this route since, yeah, this checks the, oh gosh, what's the proper name for it? I've always known it as the stupid chest because it's the stupid to get to one. The switch chest. Oh, he already did the switch chest.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm the stupid one.
You're good. My note sheet has that as the lobby chest, just this one.
The what chest?
My
Oh.
note sheet read it as the lobby.
I think
I
the
guess
one that
maybe
Mila
the
just
lobby.
checked is lobby chest. I meant, sorry, I was looking at krelbel's, the one where you have to flip the other one where you have to flip the switch and go all the way back across.
Map chest is the other one. On right side behind you.
Ricky giving us the correct name for things.
Okay, I lost track of which chest you were talking about. Whoops, as Mila gets his Bugnet.
Item number 2 is on Vidi, so Mila is going to full clear this to come up with the knowledge that, well, whatever Vidi has, he can't have it.
Yep.
And we
Mirror
are
Dark Room's
doing...
so far going pretty well for krelbel. These can be pretty tough, but he's doing well with them so far. Sorry, got an annoying insect around here.
krelbel made quick work of those dark rooms, almost like he practiced them.
There's the big key for Mila.
And here is the second fastest boss fight in the game. Just poke the eyes with the silver sticks. And 2 more pokes. And what do we get? It's just a heart piece. We got disappointment from our boss fight. But 1 more crystal down. Chat asking, when do you risk ped? That's a good question, because it can still be ped. krelbel's got to go back and finish off blind if he's going to pull ped. And there's all of swamp. I feel like you full clear swamp first, which means you're doing... What else first? First, you've got to clear Skull Woods if you're krelbel, because you need to do that anyway. You might even dip Thieves or TR before you do that. Well, yeah, because we can. It doesn't feel good because you don't have hook shot and you don't have that ice rod to finish it if ice rod's not in there.
Sorry, had to step away for a moment. Looks like they're both at a Smire now. Milla's off to Pyramid Fairy, and Krelbel's going to finish Still Woods. Makes sense.
And hey, we're getting the big red bomb turn in, so Mila's going to show us what's in here. Well, we definitely know if this has our ice rod or our hook shot that Krelbel's going to get it. Get that third sword, I mean.
Yeah. So those who don't know, Krelbel's remaining swords are either here on Pyramid Ledge, or over which Milla got a while ago, or in the Super Winning Cave. And Pyramid Fairy is a bust.
Yep, heart and some rupees. Let's see what she fills her bottle with. Red goo, not the worst goo to get. Wait, yes it is.
It's not the worst item to get, but it is the worst goo.
Yeah, it's better than a basic bee, but it's definitely the worst of the 3 goos. Especially in a mode that doesn't have half magic.
Yep. There we are, boss down for Krelbel. And where is Milla going back to Thieves now? I hope he does North Dark Road before that.
Interestingly enough, is Krelbel ahead now? He's
Might
ahead on
be,
crystals, so it's really a who gets the hook shot and ice rod first, and obviously Milla needs the red cane. I don't know about absolute number of checks.
I think Krelbel skipping the front of the rest of Ice and Milla double dipping Meyer might be how this lead just swapped here, yeah.
Yeah, of course, I'm sure Krelbel has that weighing very heavily on his mind, the fact that he did skip the rest of Swamp, now that he's got that red cane especially, but we'll see if he ever makes it back there. Maybe he goes into TR first, and that's where our progression is. Maybe that progression's sitting in Swamp Palace.
Mm-hmm. As far as checks done, Krelbel's done 2 to 3 pendants now, neither of them have set foot in Swamp. Milla still has all of the rest of the back of Thieves and the rest of Hera left on his end, so there is that to consider. Milla did do Pyramid Fairy, so it's a bit of back and forth as far as checks done.
And Milla's about to get his red cane here. He's just at Bonk Rock, so here comes Graveyard Ledge and then King's Tomb where that red cane is.
Kind of saying that neither of them have set foot in Swamp yet. I was discussing what pendant dungeon progression has been done by them both. Blind is still a check. It is an item as well as pet access that Krelbel died on a long time ago, which is probably still in the back of his mind somewhere.
Is Krelbel coming in here to finish Blind? No. Where's he going? Like that? Yeah, that's got to be it.
In the meantime, Milla's gonna get his K now, which that's good.
Now, has he done hammer pegs? Guess we'll find out if he leaves the area before doing so. Okay, and Mila's gonna finish off that eyeball monster. Oh, wow. Mushroom on the smiths. Krelbel gonna fake powder since he got that mushroom. Realizes, hey, something's yellow on my tracker now. that gives me access to a thing that I didn't have access to 5 seconds ago. And the nice little glitch, you know, red cane, the glitchiest stick that's out there. The deceased king imbued it with all of his powers, And if you mash it and then switch over to either powder or mushroom when you have no magic, you can suddenly use powder or mushroom.
Yep. Sadly, not paying out today.
Well, using mushroom also uses powder in this instance. But yeah, nothing there.
Using the
krelbel,
mushroom tricks the game into thinking it's powder.
leaving the
And when
portal
you do
there.
it-
Interesting. Leaves the portal there, flies over to the witch's hut, where he can now, I don't remember if he had to use his bottle contents or not, but he can buy, yep, he did use it, so he can buy a blue goo, he can pick up this heart piece, unfortunately, because that's all that's there. Gonna actually buy green so that he can fill his magic back up, and then he's gonna fly right back over to Kakariko, where he's gonna pick up that blue chest out of the portal, and finish off Smith Chain.
Yep. Milla, in the meantime, is having fun in dark rooms. And yes, Ruvian, we are currently mostly on an ice rod hunt. The hookshot will show up somewhere on the way, most likely. Ice is hookshot lock, so that is not in GT. Or we believe ice is hookshot lock, so it's not in GT, and for all intents and purposes, we're mostly in an ice rod hunt, and we're still out of places for it. We've got, well, it's not hammer bags. We've got purple chest, we've got spike cave, we've got first check of hookshot cave, we've got TR, we've got blind, we've got the front of swamp.
Oh, why is okay? Is krelbel doing this? I wonder, just in case the book is on the locksmith on the purple chest. Because I believe it would have been faster to mirror with the chest and then fly to 7 and then turn it in.
I think it is, yeah, but choosing to save the point.
Oh, silly. He's going to go into swamp after this.
There's also that, yes. That would make sense. Doesn't feel like going to TR without an ice rod, and swamp is the most logical next play. And just a shield. Thanks,
Yep.
dude.
Yep, we can't Bombo's tablet, so...
Off the swamp.
Now, if he'd had the book, if he was a literate thief, he could have. Oh, we're doing a red crystal turn-in, which means we're going to get our tempered sword for krelbel. Let's see if he does go back into swamp after this then, or if he goes straight up the mountain. He does have all of Dark Death Mountain left. He's got the Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave. So he's gonna get his real sword and his fake sword, very likely.
Yep, and then be like, oh, well, thanks, game. For those who don't know, krelbel went a full hour without any swords of any kind. Due to, well, one was on Nagina, one's here on Pyramid Ledge, one was in Ice Palace, and the fourth in Super Bunny. Not the greatest locations for any of them, especially with the item placements today.
All right, another super fast eyeball monster fight in a... You know, we're back to the purple themes. I'm glad we finally made it back, full circle.
Yeah, it's been a minute since you last mentioned the palette shuffle as krelbel gets his tempered, and that's crystal number 6 for Milla.
Yep, gonna get his tempered and gonna get nothing out of the Pyramid Fairy.
It will be a 16 heart.
Yeah, okay, he'll get a heart. He won't get a green goo, though, because his bottle is full of the best goo.
Maybe say it was a red goo. Or am I scatterbraining? Today might have scatterbrained. Never mind.
Mila had to use his red at some point. Or his green. Speaking of using up goos.
And krelbel's off to the mountain as Milla goes shopping for another blue potion. And they're both up the mountain. Alright, so Milla will beat krelbel to TR likely, because krelbel still has to do Super Bunny, his
yeah.
Right now.
And he's got to do this the slow way, so yeah, we're just gonna have to take this portal here. Oh, krelbel also never did Spike Cave. I wonder if that's gonna weigh on him and how soon he's gonna... Oh no, that's where he's going first. Speaking of...
Has Milla done Spike Cave yet?
I
Or am I missing
believe
it?
I thought he did. Maybe he didn't.
I don't remember, I'll be honest. He's not going there in any case. Militho might go back into Hera at some point, because he did not finish that. And bombs.
Yeah, I could see
And okay,
here.
Mil needs a refill in Dark Mire, thanks. So that's what the potion went. Ah, Dead Rock's gonna Dead Rock.
Really hoping
Yeah.
to just squeeze past there, and no, Mila had to wait for him to unrockify and get out of the way.
Yeah. At least they didn't kill him. Saw that in a race earlier last week. That actually cost one runner, well, more or less the race, honestly. That felt bad.
All right, and lucky for Mila, Quake is our access. We did not need to run back and find Ether somewhere.
We know where Ether is. Mila doesn't.
Oh, where was it? What ledge was it on?
Green Pendant. You know how Mila mirrored out of the Hera big chest of that big key about an hour ago? Yeah, that's where it went. So anyhow, let's see. Well, there's the big key.
Krelbel, probably not right behind him. I see Krelbel doing the East Death Mountain checks here first.
You do these
Even if
just
it
in
is just
case your ice
3.
rod's there, because if your ice rod's there, you do roll a TR and then go back, and you're like, and you find a ice rod, and you're like, oh, okay.
If you're really, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you're really good at hovering, this is 6 checks, but if you're a normal racer, it's 3. And there's that sword. I'm sorry, Krelbel.
Those places were bad. There's the lamp.
Lamp! Hey, it wasn't roller coaster room, but I did get the dungeon right.
Yeah, there weren't that many places left for it. There's not that many places left for the hookshot either, to be honest. Ice Rod is... We're running out of places generally, so Ice Rod has slightly more places it can be than hookshot. Mostly back at Swamp and Hookshot Cave.
Just 5
Additionally-
rupees on the bonkable spot in Hookshot Cave, so Krelbel's going into TR.
Yep. Is it this? Is it Swamp? I think those are our options, really, at this point. For the progression, at least. Could be a could still turn up a... Well, big other thing would be the book at this point. That could happen. Oh, and there's Blind, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for
yeah.
the
There's
reminder.
Blind. There's Ped.
Oh, Ted requires the hookshot to show up first. As does the back of Swamp.
Oh yeah.
As of
yeah,
right
for the
now, we
only
have
ice
the
rod.
rest of TR at the front of Swamp and Blind.
Yeah, we definitely want to see Ice Rod first. That's 100% what we're after.
Yeah, for sure. Book and TR would be interesting. Pretty convenient ether tablet check. Kind of annoying bombless tablet though. Heart piece and lava chest.
And then both of these runners, what has one covered that the other hasn't? Krelbel did Smith Chain, while Mila did the right side of Ice Palace.
Yeah, those
gosh.
I think are the main things.
Yeah,
They've
I can't
both
think of
done
any
Pyramid
other.
For they've both done North Dark World. Mila did not do the Back of Thieves otherwise. Mila's also missing the rest of Hera. So, Krelbel, I think, is slightly ahead on checks, but it's still a matter of who goes there first, although Front of Swamp's really gotta be the next play after this, I think, for these two. Just for lack of much else to do. I mean, I could see Mila going Smith Chain first. Right side dice that's the logic behind the hookshot is probably not the most appealing idea for krelbel at the moment.
Mila making the mimics come to him. Let's see what
no
Mimic Cave
Beast.
gives us. Just some love.
Hour 37 minutes into an open heart seed, we are still looking for 2 items for go mode. And the big chest is the cape they don't need. Thanks.
Yeah, what did we see? I believe it was just a heart piece or $20 on that bumper ledge. So nothing special at all. Ooh, krelbel takes a death.
Ooh, that hurts.
That hurts.
That really hurts. Has
Did
to
not
go
wanna-
all the way back to the front, too.
Did not want to bust open his blue bottle and get sent back to the start of the dungeon. Luckily, we don't have to check either of these sides of the room. Still costs us, what, about 90 seconds to get back there?
Something like that, yeah. You're discussing how his krelbel has done slightly more checks over Mila, but that kind of nerfs some of that. Back and forth over who's got what left and how much time that takes. Well, an execution race too between these two. They're not bad. They're pretty close still, and we'll see.
Yep, I can't see Mila not taking the safety door on this search for the key. And hookshot and ice rod.
You know, everything.
Everything. I mean, that's what you're hoping, right? I think we still have a dungeon item to find too. So you're hoping that those 3 things are ice rod, hookshot, and small key.
The key. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. There's the hookshot.
All right. Well, that's the one we wanted to find last.
And it's $20, which is not what you wanted to find. And the key. All right.
All right. One more laser skip.
Hold on. And the map. All right.
Gets it.
So
All right.
that was not it.
Yep. Now we're gonna take a laser hit, Mila. You don't walk out of here on 2 hearts. Oh well.
So swamp.
Where could we flute that we don't use, that we preserve that portal, that we can check really quick first? Maybe we're hoping, we find the, I don't know.
Where is Miller?
No,
right
he's
now?
going
This is
into a
the
portal. Is he gonna pick up the full magic while he's here? No, he's not. Bonk into that tree just north of the portal and fill up your magic.
Yeah, no hookshot cave either from Mila. Mildly confused by that too.
So
Thief
this is
Town,
good
maybe? Smith Chain is what's happening right now. Interesting. Okay.
Having cleared more of the seed, this is good for krelbel. Assuming that odds-wise, this works out for him. He's still gotta get lucky and find that ice rod first, but this lets him pull ahead off of more than just hoping he out-executes or out-routes, finds the better route in GT.
This could be a Smith Chain into Swamp play, for Mila, which would make sense.
I think if you're krelbel, you do go into Swamp because you just assume that if it was blind or right side of Ice Palace, your opponent would have GG'd, would have dot-donned already.
Yeah, you are getting to that point in hour 41 and where you're starting to wonder why your opponent's not done yet.
Starting to wonder, is it a ped seed?
Yep. Hey VXR, yep, we're in a good old fashioned ice rod hunt. They both something like 5th last location between them for us at least. The hookshot on the laser bridge. They still had some checks left, including the Smith Chain for Mila, but it was about 5th last location for Restream. Other than friend of...
Mila does not think to do the fake powder, or just decides, you know what, it's not in logic. There's in logic checks. Let's just skip it for now.
I mean, from his perspective, there's a pretty good chance the powder's up in GT at this rate.
Right. I mean, what are the odds that powder is in purple chest and Ice Rod is on the magic bat, right? Oh yeah, and he didn't get K45 earlier either.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this. Which was a heart piece. I remember as. Oh hey, it was a health refill. It was a full health refill for both of them because there was a comment when krelbel picked that up that he also got the full health refill, but not that was intentional to get it.
Yep. All right, and let's see if krelbel even bothers to bomb the wall open or if he just saves and quits. Oh, mirrors out and flutes, yeah.
He goes. I mean, he knows there's not much reason to keep the portal. He is going to go for hookshot.
Oh, yeah, he's going to clear hookshot cave first. That is a very smart move, krelbel.
That makes sense. Alright, Milla, where are you going? Has to think.
Booting to 4, so going to.
This is swamp, I think.
Going to swamp anyway. Well, that was not the most efficient way to swamp.
I was going to say, I don't think that is, but it's a way to swamp, so here he goes. I would advise you just take the portal next to the purple chest guy and just run over. But... And yes, they checked the checkerboard cave a long time ago. Okay, so swamp, the most dense play we have left. It's this blind head. The tablets, because that just showed up. And
oh my goodness, and powder. Oh well, we know there's nothing in Magic Bat, so that's not going to make a difference here. But boy, if it's on Ether Tablet or Bombo's tablet, and you're Milla, you've lost this race at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a spicy location. And of course, it can lead krelbel down the wrong path here. This could spell his doom just chasing it.
We're gonna find out which is the right answer here, because that's a heart piece and that's a loopy.
Does he go to Bombos or does he ped check first? He's ped checking.
All right. This here, I think, might be the deciding factor. One of them has got to find this ice rod on their route.
If Ped here says whoever finds the ice rod first definitely I wouldn't say wins the game, but if it's in the next minute here, they probably do.
I mean, they're currently on such different routes, and I think one of them has to run into that ice rod unless it's on blind, and it's not. Maybe, and the verdict is a heart piece. Alright, so it's not the pad.
A heart piece. Okay. So now krelbel's sweating that blind because it could have been there the whole seed for both of them.
It could have been.
But krelbel's going into swamp.
Swamp or Bombos first?
Oh right. I hope he does Bombos first.
So do I. I mean, it's a bit of a detour, but it could save you the entirety of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, and you want to chase that book, right?
If you decide to go there, yeah. But he is equipping the mirror and running left. That's okay. This is Swamp Tablet.
Milla, interestingly, not going left.
Going to gamble. It's in the back. Also, did not get the big key, so we'll backtrack for those 3 checks later. And Mammo's tablet is that the
ice rod. Oh my goodness. Well, it is we have a famous phrase now. It is krelbel's game to lose. Because Milla's gonna finish checking Swamp Palace. There's no reason you don't if you're in his position. And it's gonna take him a long time to get back to Hookshot Cave and then chase that book over to Bombo's tablet, especially because of clearing Swamp Palace here.
Yeah, there was no way to save the portal for TR, not with Bombo's tablet being the ice rod. Oh man, Hookshot Cave. If Mila had done that after TR, this might well have gone the other way. Yeah, hard required TR double and hard required extra climb.
Krelbel
Two
for his
extra
what is
climbs.
this, trip number 5 up the mountain, just decides, you know what, I'm gonna take the easy no dead rocks route up.
I mean, Mila's. Yeah, he's gonna have made 5 trips up the mountain by the end, because he's gonna have to make another trip. I think he's done 3 already. He's gonna have to make 1 more just for the book, then back down, then back up for TR and GT, and at that point the race is over. Probably, At least Argus is pretty quick here, untempered. I've seen some really slow Argus fights lately on Fighter Roadmaster. Did not manage to get the silver, and is just going to do 2 spins. There we go.
Alright, and what nothing do we get? Another heart piece. And disappointment. Tremendous disappointment.
Thanks, game.
Did we see any dungeon items or even the big key? Did that full clear the dungeon?
Big key was in
Let's
the
see
back.
if he goes in. Okay.
Big key was diver down chest. I don't remember on dungeon items. I doubt Mila does a blind ped pull, because he never finished Hera. He took 1 look at the Hera big key and mirrored out of that over an hour away at this point. If he goes back up for Hera, he's going to get Hookshot Cave.
Well, yeah, but if he does the back of Thieves Town first, he would then be doing Hera while he's up at Hera, so there would be the possibility of a blind ped pull.
That's true, as we get a compass in the Swamp Big Chest.
I didn't even notice Krelbel doing a camera unlock there to get past that double pokey room. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do.
Apparently so. Oh, that's an interesting point from Nochibato in chat that Mila does not know Herapot, last I checked. Which will definitely add some time to Hera, for sure. I have no idea what Krelbel's got in his bottle. He's got a blue thanks, Tom.
Alright, Krelbel going into Trinex here. It's going to be the easiest Trinex fight in the world, unless you had Gold Sword. It's just going to be ice with 5 slashes, fire with 5 slashes, or 4 if you're lucky.
But yeah, this is like the nicest Trinex you'll get in this mode, basically. Got 16 hearts, got tempered, got plenty of magic. And left side Slam's got a heart piece there. I mean, I think we've seen every nature item in the game, and Mila remembers that's a map. Yeah.
Yeah, where does Mila go from here? Not much left besides the mountain again. Hookshot Cave calls.
Hookshot Cave, and yeah.
And I mean, there's always back of Thieves Town. Oh yeah, mushroom turn-in. All right. Oh hey, do we? There's a guessing game. We have a bot and everything, don't we? Isn't there?
Yes,
don't we need to get some numbers in?
Well, we don't have time for the bot because it's about 2 seconds. So let's do a quick one. One number between 1 and 22. There are 21 chests and 1 torch in the basement of Gan's Tower. Put a number in real fast because we have barely any time at all. Where's that big key? Part of the issue with TR being last crystal is just literally not enough time to do a full prediction or a bet, which we do have as well. The official Sahabot thing for the big key guessing game broke a long time ago, unfortunately. You're good, Ricky. It's the big key guess game's a pretty tough one to manage in. Milla's gonna go Hookshot Cave now, which is good.
Big key guessing game is all about bragging points anyway, right?
It is. Alright, checks number 1 and 2. Milla is taking the Dead Rock Free right up the mountain. And nothing here. Double's gonna go right.
Krelbel decides to pursue the right path.
These will be checks number 3 through 6. Milla is going to find his book here. Never did check this first chest either, so we can do that now.
Krelbel manipulating those Gibdos to save on magic that he doesn't really need to save, but you know, you get in the habit from playing too much cross keys.
Yeah, what tripped them up? Good old ice rat hunt behind a hookshot on laser bridge in a book and hookshot cave, among other things. This was not the greatest of seeds overall.
We had a lot of required double dips.
We did. You had to double dip Eastern for the. You didn't need to double dip Eastern for the. Yeah, you kind of need double dip Eastern for those mitts.
Yeah, if Leoria was here, I would ask for a flowchart. It's a nasty one.
It's pretty bad. Check number 7 on the torch is not it. Yeah, you needed to double dip Eastern for the mitts. I believe.
There's our big key. What number was that? That was 8, I believe. No, 9. 9 was the torch.
You had to. You were. Were you? Well, you were logically. Yeah, you were hard required to double dip pod for a shovel to get your mirror.
Congratulations to Zachary Zakur. You win a lifetime supply of ALttPR seeds. You can get them from ALttPR.com.
But yeah,
you really silly if it's .org or .net.
I believe it is .com, but the double dips you included, you had to double dip Eastern for mitts, you had to double dip pod for the shovel for the mirror. You did have to go into Hera for that bow. Ice, you did have to double dip, though you could have hunting things. TR was a hard required double dip as well. I think there were 3 hard required double dips among our dungeons between Eastern pods and TR.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, like we said, Milo was gonna do Hera while he's up here, even if he finds that book, because there's no reason you don't while you're here and full clear it.
Pretty much. Alright, Lildorm's down. And some raid slashes later, that's vanilla. Yeah, there were double dips, there were side quests, there was some really annoying routing. King's Tomb Cane was not nice to either of them. They kind of required the boots at a lake island behind Mirror and Flippers. Flippers were in Dark Cross. There's other shenanigans. This was a bit of a mess. This one wasn't unbad, but they both came close to doing it.
Krelbel just lighting some torches. It's that part of the climb. These runners have done this so many times, it's kind of just rote. He knows he doesn't have enough magic for 4 fire rod shots. He doesn't want to lamp light those torches, so he grabs that big green pot. Nothing exciting going on here, folks. Gonna skip these chests because there's nothing left in the seed. He doesn't need to kill one of the mini Helmisars. Just bomb the wall, fill up your magic in the next room, dash through Moldorm, spin him, hookshot across, and go do your geometry test.
Yep. On the other side, Miller definitely did not do Spiky, really, because that's what he's doing now. But yeah, we're just in the end game now. Probably will be done in a couple of minutes, and Miller is looking for his ace run.
Alright, and Mila gets the triple bombs of disappointment and drops one of them to express to all of us his disappointment.
Fitting. We did find single arrow. It was somewhere utterly. I did not comment on it, but I do remember seeing it. Was that a triple?
Mila, this is not the fastest way to turn a green pendant. Oh.
I think that was a double for krelbel on the other side watching his econometry. I think that was 3-2-1.
Yeah?
I think I gave him an A on that. I don't think he was going to be able to get a triple on that second phase. That went pretty well. A plus would be 3 and 3, I think, but that does require some RNG.
Okay, and krelbel dropping in at 158.36, just barely not making it in time for. He's just barely gonna miss the 2-hour seed, so that's how you know it's a bad seed. These two excellent runners, neither coming in under 2 hours on it.
Yeah.
But getting his 12 slashes in, phase 1. We're already on phase 2, 12 slashes in. Now he gets to just do the crumbling floor dance. Oh, I was wrong. He didn't make it to 12. Might just cape here for safety. Let's see. Yep. Hug the wall to conserve magic. And he does have a blue potion. Oh, Ganon still gets his spinny fire bat off. Oh, and if you look at Mila, he's going for the ped. We're gonna see a blind ped pull. Maybe he might forfeit before we get there. We'll see. We'll see how far through the seed he decides to go. krelbel takes a hit, going for that silver. Did he get that first silver hit on? Here's a double. Nope, he did not get a first hit on the silver. So there he goes. Down goes the pig. Get your GGs in chat ready for krelbel. One last bridge, and he is done. Dunzo. He's advancing to the next round. I believe he's 1-0. Do I have that correct?
Looking
at yes. And now he is 2-0. So he advances to round 3 of the Challenge Cup eliminations. And
with an official time of 2 hours 20 seconds. GG's. We'll get him in for an interview as well as Milla in a little bit. Milla is going to finish
at least full ped.
Well, the ped. He will. Yeah, he said as much in the race room. In the meantime, though, hey, krelbel, GG's.
Hello, GG. Thank you. This was exhausting.
How do your calves feel after climbing that mountain?
Oh man, that just over and over and over again. This was somehow Millie and I had our first race yesterday, and I said before rolling this one that it can't possibly be worse than yesterday's seed, right? And I think this may have actually done it. This was pretty exhausting. Oh, and this was a pretty momentous occasion for me. I think I've been playing this game since early 2017, and normally I never bomb chests. I never do rage slashes. I tend to kind of try to keep my cool, and getting my first sword after an hour, after dying to Hammer Blind and then dying in Pod Dark Maze and just having so much trouble with Swordless, because I'm so rusty on Swordless tech.
And
then
there were
getting that,
so many swords. They were everywhere. They were just under your nose the whole seed.
yeah, I just
I'm
kept
sorry,
dodging them.
Krelbel.
But the fact
Yeah,
that the fact that my first one was an over 1 hour Agina check was that I broke my 5-year streak of no bombing chests.
Yeah, no, if you watch this race back, we comment multiple times in the first hour how Villa's got all the swords and you have none of them.
Yeah. Oh,
Villa didn't
man.
find the Super Bunny Cave before you find it as his fourth before you found any of the
I find the most amusing thing for me was before we started this broadcast, Ricky comes in and he tells me and Star and Tofile, like, hey, just in case this broadcast goes a little long, like maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes,
20,
we might have to switch over, roles because he's got to go somewhere. And we both, me and Star, just said it's these two. There's no way there's going to be a 2 hour.
It's open hard, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
tournament open. It's 90 minutes, maybe an hour 40, hour 45. Top.
What could possibly go wrong?
As someone in chat said, today's seed, hold my beer.
Yep. Oh, man. Yeah. So the things I got to skip, well, I never went back for the chest that I died on my way to in Dark Pod Maze, and never went back for Blind, and never went back for the third item in Ice Palace. I got the first 2 items early, and then decided to gamble on the third being on the boss. That didn't pay off, and I decided, no, you know what? I didn't have
Here's our blind head pull, by the way. For that hard piece.
And with that, GG's, Milla.
GG, Milla.
Jeez.
GG,
So
Milla.
Giving myself a little pep talk before this race started. I'm like, all right, race 1 was close. Your last location to Ice Rod, but surely that's not going to happen again, right?
Ice Rod's never last item.
It's on this tablet.
Yeah, Krelbel told me when we were in the waiting room, and that
Yeah, figured.
I don't know why I didn't check that with Swamp. Oh, I didn't have the book. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys were in TR at close similar times. You were slightly ahead of Krelbel to start, and then Krelbel took a death to the, what was it?
Oh man, I got
which
bodied
one
in
you were
the Poke Key room. The
That.
whatever you call it, the one right before Lava Chest. I took like 3 hits and just all my life just completely drained.
Yeah, so you were
You got sniped by a lot of
ahead.
lasers this seed.
Yeah,
So,
Green
yeah.
Mail. That's Green Mail just gave me. I forget. Does Tournament Hard? This
It does
version
not
of Tournament
have
Hard, it doesn't have any. Okay, I couldn't remember if this is the one that has a mail.
No,
upgrade or
it does
not.
not. But
Yeah,
Milla, you were
that's
smidge ahead.
SGL tournament mode settings and the one that they did on ladder. But yeah, this one has no
right.
blue.
I believe the green 20 in Super Bunny was a mail
That
upgrade.
was your last sword. Yeah. No, that was a sword upgrade.
I thought I had Master One to do there. Maybe I didn't.
No, you had tempered. We were actually talking with Krelbel just before you got in here about your substantially different sword levels.
Yeah, there was a good
this seed.
40 minutes where there was a 3-sword advantage.
Oh man.
Krelbel got his first sword out of Agita at just over the hour mark, Milla.
Yeah. I kind of tried something different. Went straight to the Dark World. So I got the Pyramid one really early. Then there was Agina and Ice Palace is my other one.
Yeah, you got that Agina one really early. We were impressed. Like, oh, he's going left here because you did that unusual routing from Ice Rod Cave, and then you headed west from there.
Yeah.
Well, it paid off in this.
I do that with the flute.
Took me a lot of time.
Yeah, we actually at one point commented how you guys both put off many Moldorm Cave and South Shore in general for a bit due to super early Dark World access. And it didn't hurt you guys because there was nothing down there besides that sword.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'm not used to doing archery games so early.
Yeah, I remember because you routed archery game into dig game, which got you Zora money and some other odds and ends. It was a whole thing.
I'm not sure if I ever checked Zora.
I don't think he did, because he didn't have
There's-
money for it. He
Mm,
gave
I
you a
don't-
negative 96% return at 20 rupees.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sells you
Oh,
NFTs,
man.
yeah. So, all right,
This game was
Krelbel, you
exhausting.
yeah, you fought your way through two horrible seeds, and Mila, for all of your effort, you get a bunch of free time for the next few weeks, and Krelbel gets to suffer on for at least another week.
Yeah.
My
at
goal
least
coming
you're
in
right.
My goal coming in was to make it further than last year, and I made it to the same spot, the round of 32. But I'll take it.
Well, it seems like they were relatively close matches and good games, tough games, real good challenges for the Challenge Cup, and tiring but enjoyable overall games, and looking forward to more. And good game again.
GG's. Looks like you've got a bit to wait, actually, Krelbel, for your next match.
Yeah.
Your opponent will be the. So Joubert and Smirk need to play 2 games against each other, 1 or 2 games tomorrow. Then the winner of that gets to face Plier, and then the winner of that is your next opponent.
Mm-hmm. So
Any
You
opinions on the
mentioned-
3 of them? Between Joubert, Smirk, and Plier?
really, I think all would be fun. So looking forward to seeing how that turns out, and it's convenient timing because I'm actually going on vacation for about a week.
Nice. Well,
So
you've got the
that
time.
should give them a chance to catch up, and we'll return just in time to do some more races.
That's why I really wanted to force a game 3, because I just wanted to build anticipation, you know?
Oh yeah,
Because you did tell me you had a vacation starting
that's
tomorrow,
right.
so-
That's right. We would have needed to wait a week for a game 3. That's right.
Because Joubert and Smirk, they have, I believe they've already played game 1, and they've got a doubleheader tomorrow at 8 and 11 Eastern.
Nice.
We'll see what the end result of that is. Hope you enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, don't get too
I've-
rusty.
Yeah, I've done 4 Challenge Cup races 4 days in a row. So
Oh, jeez.
so
Well
I
earned
think I've
vacation.
earned a little bit of a break. Yeah.
Were all 4 of them Ice Rod hunts, or just us 2?
No, I think the hook shot on Pyramid Ledge was one of them, though. So Pyramid Ledge is giving me trouble in more seeds than 1.
Says rando sometimes.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, runners. Oh, go ahead, Krelbel. Sorry.
No, I was gonna give my closing thoughts, which is just thanks again, Milla, for another good game, and thanks to Comms and everyone involved and everyone who watched, and looking forward to more, and looking forward to a late lunch.
How about
Late
you, Miller?
lunch West Coasters here.
Once again, the Challenge Cup was a lot of fun, like last year. This is my second one. Made it to the same round. I just need to stop last locating the Ice Rod.
Just don't last locate.
I know.
Yeah, that's fine. You're going, forehead.
All right.
And,
Well, it was a great run.
GG's. Good run. Sad to see you go.
Thank you to everyone. We had Tafile, who guided us through the seed with some fantastic tracking. Ricky of Kokiri organized and set up the restreaming. They actually both took off because, once again, it's West's lunchtime. Thanks again to my co-com Star. I'm John LeBranch. And Star, anything else before we head out?
I'm going to take us out with the rehash of our schedule. Thank you also to John here for keeping me company on commentary. First time together was a pleasure. Let's see, what did I do? There's a CSR schedule. Let's see. So, coming up ahead on the schedule tomorrow at 9:10 p.m. Eastern, we'll have another brackets match. Round 1 between Ahab and Amarith. That looks to be a game 1. that will be here on ZSR. They'll likely be here on ZSR Main at 9:10 p.m. Eastern. We'll also have the Z2R Zelda Randomizer weekly race 50 minutes after that at 10 Eastern. Then Wednesday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Link to the Past another Challenge Cup match. It's brackets round 2 this time between Edward and Dr. Bobtastic. That'll be their game 2. And then looking ahead at the schedule for the weekend, we'll have the 3D Remake Zelda Relay Race starting this Saturday, if you want to catch that. As well as our regular stuff, weekly races, and tournament matches, and everything else. But that shall be it for us here today. Thank you for watching all. We'll be finding us a retarget in a little bit, and we'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everyone.